Week 3. This is the week where your mind becomes the opponent. Not your fitness, not your skills, your mind. I walked into sessions carrying a head full of noise, and I learned something important about what happens when you try to fix everything at once. 3 weeks into camp, and every session adds something new. Micro adjustments from the technical work, corrections from sparring, notes from pad work, things to try, things to stop doing, and just things to do differently. By midweek, my head and my notes were full. I'd stepped into sparring knowing I needed to commit to my backhand, change my levels, speed up my counters, all at once and all in real time. And what happened? Yep, I froze. Now, not physically, mentally. I could see the openings. I knew the right shots I needed to take. But by the time my brain processed which adjustments to prioritize, the moment was gone. The opportunity closed before I could even act on it. And the coaching feedback was direct. You have to get quicker on the counters. You're missing opportunities. And they were right. But I wasn't just slow. I was overloaded. And there's a term for this, anticipatory paralysis. You're so busy preparing for what might happen that you can't actually respond to what is happening. Your mind runs 10 checklists and your hands do absolutely nothing. And here's the thing, it doesn't just happen in sparring. We see this everywhere. Think about high pressure moments when you've been stuck in your own head. It's the high stake board meetings when you've rehearsed so many pivot answers that you miss the actual nuance of the question. The presentation where you knew the material, but you couldn't find your flow because you were monitoring your script word for word instead of flowing with your intuition. It's the same paralysis, too much input and not enough instinct. So I stripped it back. Instead of walking into sparring with a list of 10 things to fix, I gave myself one job per round, just one. And the difference was immediate. Your brain gets out of the way. You're present, you're aware, and your body moves faster. You stop negotiating with yourself and you start engaging. The other corrections don't disappear though. They just stop competing for attention. You work on one thing, then in the next session, you work on the next, and you build brick by brick. Now this week we trained in the environmental chamber. It simulates altitude and heat, the exact conditions the squad will face in upcoming overseas competition. The air was thick, dense, and within minutes your breathing changes. Your legs feel heavier. Everything takes more effort. And not just a little. It's like someone turned up the dial on every movement you're trying to make. Now we did bike sprints and then pad work inside the chamber. So it was a mix of speed and power. But my gosh, when I got off the bike and tried to bounce, my legs just stiffened. Now I'm laughing now, but in the moment, you're just trying to get your rhythm going. But your legs are stiff as a board and you're trusting your arms to keep you moving while everything else is telling you to quit. Now this isn't punishment. It's preparation through simulation because you can't control what competition day feels like. The altitude, the heat, the travel, the unfamiliar arena, but you can preload that stress into your body before you get there. Remove the surprise, make the unfamiliar familiar, so when you step off the plane and walk into that venue, your body has already been there. And that's the difference between hoping you'll cope and knowing you will. And here's why this matters beyond boxing. The best leaders don't walk into high-stake moments cold. They build their own version of the chamber. Whether it's a red team, a board rehearsal, a stress test that gets your heart rate up before the real pressure arrives. You simulate the hard version so the real thing feels manageable. You have to find adjustments in conditions designed to take your gears away. So the best performers in sport or business don't just prepare the content, they prepare the conditions. Week 3 taught me 2 things. When your brain is full, don't add more. Strip it back. And when the conditions are going to test you, don't wait for the big day to meet them. Go find the chamber early. Simplify the mind, preload the body. That's the work between the rounds. Thank you all for joining me for another mini episode of Between the Rounds, a little insight into training camp while I'm here in Ireland. And I will hopefully see you all next week.